Hello and welcome to Cocktails with a Twist of History, your digital destination for all things cocktails. Well, it's the swinging 1930s, and there's a club in Hollywood that is owned by a guy named Adolf Eddie Brandstatter, and it was an exclusive club, a private venue that only allowed the membership-paid Hollywood stars to come in. To quote the Los Angeles Times, he had the Brandstatter touch. One part dapper European suave, he brought a sheen of elegance to a rough-edged Hollywood of the 1920s, and one part straight-up charisma. Wherever Eddie was, that was the party, end quote. And that is quite a quote. The article was actually from April 14th, 2011. Let's pause here to let you have time to send a link of this show to somebody you know so they can enjoy cocktails with a twist of history. According to the Los Angeles Times article, Adolf Eddie Brandstatter was a law-abiding restaurateur during Prohibition. He focused on providing European-style elegance, high-end entertainment, and social atmosphere rather than serving alcohol illegally. The article highlights his efforts to find a legal way to thrive during Prohibition, crediting him with popularizing the dinner dancing and creating a venue known for its social scene. After Prohibition ended, December 5th, 1933, it was a different story. Like we said with the Waldorf Astoria Hotel Bar, these places were much too publicized to serve alcohol during Prohibition, but after, they were ready to serve the public cocktails they were missing. Eddie was a very smart man, and he knew that he had to have the best and newest cocktails. He created a cocktail called the Embassy Cocktail, which quickly became a favorite. It has a unique flavor profile and an air of exclusivity that surrounded the club. Okay, I have been talking way too long without a cocktail in my hand. Let's make an Embassy Cocktail. It's a balanced, sophisticated cocktail, so some say that the original one had equal parts of cognac, rum, and Cointreau, and fresh lime. The other ones say it had white rum and dry vermouth. I don't know. Cognac is interesting, but everything had vermouth in those days, so we don't know which one it had originally. I'm going to be making the one with the rum and the vermouth today. I'm going to leave both of them in the comments. Here we go. So we are going to need 2 ounces of a white vermouth. I'm actually going to be using a Haitian vermouth here. And here we are going to put in, it is a shaken cocktail. So we are going to need our shaker. Here we go. We have our rum and our shaker. And now we are going to need a 1/4 ounce of a dry vermouth. Let's put in our 1/4 ounce. Here we go. 1/4 ounce of dry vermouth. We are going to need a 1/4 ounce of Cointreau, which is a very fancier orange liqueur. It is a really nice orange liqueur. And we're going to put in a 1/4 ounce of that. And we're going to put in a 1/4 ounce of a lime juice, which I have right here. Here we go. And it also calls for a dash of Angostura bitters. And we are going to put in our Angostura bitters. Almost all the cocktails in those days probably had Angostura bitters as well. And now we're going to need our ice. Here we go. As always tell you to put in a lot of ice. Here we go, ice into our shaker. Here. And I'm having a little bit of trouble grabbing the ice today, but okay. Oh, one more. Now we're going to put on the cover and the cap. And hold on. And, well, got to make sure it's on. And we are going to shake. It does not need a lot of shaking. And we are going to be using a Nick and Nora glass, which is an elegant kind of glass. Here we go. Let's take a look. Very nice color. It did not say anything about the garnish, so we are going to leave one out today. And let's taste it. That is a really nice cocktail. Very interesting. Flavors are coming together. It's a balanced cocktail that is between sweet and sour. It is really neither fully of either one, but delicious. That is really, really good. The Embassy Club was a place for movie stars to go for a quiet night out without swarms of fans. What was interesting is it made his other business kind of die, the Café Mortimer, which was on Hollywood Boulevard. People were going there to see the stars, and now the stars were all going to the embassy where no fans were allowed to come in. The Café Mortimer was thought to have started the entire Hollywood nightclub scene. As for the Embassy Cocktail, it's almost the same as a cocktail called the Between the Sheets and another one called the Boston Sidecar. The Boston Sidecar doesn't have the elegance and it doesn't have the bitters. The Between the Sheets is a cocktail more for the name than the elegance, and it uses lemon instead of lime, which isn't really a big difference. To me, it's actually a little bit like the one we just made recently called the El Presidente. Well, as always, if you know other pieces of the story, we want to know it. You can put it in the comments, you can send it to us by email, or you can tell it to the bottle. We want to know. Also, please remember to like, to subscribe, to follow, and to send a link of the show to somebody else so they can enjoy cocktails with a twist of history. Thank you.